Welcome to Think Like a Content Strategist. I'm Rox, your host. Today we're going to dive deeper into your minimum viable audience. We're going to start and focus on what truly matters, which is making your product or service remarkable to a very specific audience that needs and wants your product or service. When you focus on serving a very specific group incredibly well, something magical happens. They don't just consume your content or buy your product, they tell others about it. You create something worth spreading. If we can be real, if your marketing is not getting reach or engagement or being talked about, the hard truth is that it's not an idea worth spreading. The concept of the minimum viable audience is not really about reaching everyone. It's about reaching a very specific audience who already wants what you have to offer and creating something that everyone will love enough to tell others about. If we think back to the fax machine, the only way it worked was by having someone else that you could fax something to. So people naturally told others about it. They're like, I have this amazing thing called a fax. You need to get one too so that we can communicate with one another. If you look at a lot of different industries or products today, the concept is the same. It's better if we talk about it with other people or we share it with other people. I love this example Seth Godin gives about a company that makes hats. So called Love Your Melon. Check them out, loveyourmelon.com. And their business ideas, they create hats, beanies, put them out into the world to run their business, to make money, and to also raise money for children with cancer or cancer research. Now, that's a really great cause, but there's a lot of great causes out there. So what makes them different from anyone else? The difference is you're not paying for just a cap. You bought this particular cap or hat so that you could have something to talk about. When people ask about your cap, you get to express how you helped, how you were part of something good. I'm supporting a great cause with this cap. You should buy one too. As a marketer, you gave someone something to talk about. Now, bring this back to your own business. What story do you have that other people will tell about your business? What's one thing that I can change about my product or service that makes people want to tell others about it? How can I make it remarkable? To be clear, you must begin with the product, not the marketing gimmick or the special offer. You start with what makes your product or service remarkable, and you are literally able to get people to remark about you and want to share that story with others. Marketing at its core is about making a promise of transformation. You're saying, I will change you, I will transform you, and people want to be transformed. We say through our marketing, if you're the kind of person that wants this and you're the kind of person that believes that, my thing, which is your products or services, will get you this. You just have to be very specific about the who. I know you love examples, so I'm going to give you one. If you're a school or a charity, you can totally steal this. So if you're the kind of person that loves old movies and would love a night out, our old school drive-in movie night featuring Grease at your local high school will make you feel like you're part of something. That is a marketing promise. That's not the same as sending out a bulk email blast saying, wanna come see Grease, buy 2 tickets, get 1 free. There's a completely different experience there. So we can see from this that there are different ways of talking to people about the right thing. What so many people do is they make marketing for the 4 and 5, i.e. the mass market, when it's actually the 1 in 5 who are going to buy your product. You need to make your marketing for the 1 in 5. An important takeaway from this is that once you have identified your audience, you have to stick with it. The mistake that everyone makes is we get inconsistent. We say we're talking to a specific audience, then we make something and we try to please everyone, and that's for a different audience. When our marketing message is not in alignment, it simply doesn't work. When you get inconsistent, people get confused. And when you get confused and your marketing message is not clear, what happens is people do nothing. They stop. They don't take action. But when you have a very clear marketing message for a very specific person, it makes sense to me. That's for me. And then I immediately take action. And because you may still be unsure of who your minimum viable audience is, I'm going to run through some quick examples for some wonderful supporters that I promised. For Heloise and her Zumba class, your minimum viable audience isn't everyone in Ridderput who might exercise. It's busy moms who want to feel good without committing to intense fitness routines. Your promise is, if you're a mom without time for crazy workouts but still want to feel energized, my Zumba class gives you a fun, safe space to connect with women just like you. For Paul, the DJ and sound engineer, your minimum viable audience isn't anyone having an event. It's corporate event planners who know that audiovisual quality can make or break professional events. Your promise to them is, if you're a corporate event planner who believes in professional sound, my expertise will make your executives shine, professionalizing your entire event. And then for Lenwabo, who's a content creator, your minimum viable audience is not everyone on social media. It's lifestyle and family-focused brands who want to connect with culturally diverse families that celebrate both heritage and modern parenting. Your marketing promise to them is, if you're a brand that values authentic cultural celebration, my content offers a genuine window into cross-cultural parenting, where your products will integrate into meaningful family stories that resonate with an engaged community. You need to throw out the marketing gimmicks, get back to the basics of making your product or your service remarkable to a very specific audience that needs and wants it. How do you find your own audience? Here are 3 questions to guide you. Number 1, who is enrolled in where you would like to go? Who already believes in the change you're trying to make? Number 2, who needs exactly what you do? Not who might want it, but who genuinely needs it to solve a real problem that they have. And 3, who will pay for this problem to be solved? Some people aren't willing to invest in the solutions that you can offer. Your minimum viable audience sits at the intersection of all these answers. Remember, you don't need everyone, you need the right ones. I'm going to end with key takeaways from this podcast. 1 is focus on who you can genuinely help. 2, create something worth spreading. 3 is give your audience something to talk about. 4 is make a specific promise of transformation to a specific type of person. If you found this valuable, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget my free Confusion to Clarity framework. You can find it at clickculture.co/free-resources. Thank you for listening to Think Like a Content Strategist. I'm Rox, and I'll see you next Monday at 12:15.